Hey y'all, welcome back. November 19th, it's Friday, end of the day. My back is killing me, so we're going to call it a day. A little early, it's just about 5 o'clock, so I'm going to go in, get cleaned up, and get ready for something to eat. But our mock-up is in aluminum now. Started with one side, got it sanded, fitting, all that kind of thing. Transferred that to the other side because there's a good clean side and then a guard up, scratched up side, as you'll see. Once we got those two pieces matching, then went ahead and made the top, which is the back, the top and the front. Once we got the inner and outer done, this is good. The rear, we put the two brakes in, so we got one big piece here. We had another big long piece just like that. With these pieces added on, so we started to just roll the bottom first and match it up to that contour of the sump area of that swinging pickup, right? And we ended up with a piece of aluminum that was rounded off. I used the edge of the sanding disc there and just kind of rolled it over with by hand. So it came up this way. We marked out where those little corners were, right? And then clamped it down and bent it by hand right here, right on the side of this here. Then we marked, once we got it, we fit it some more, finished fitting it, get it to fit in there like you saw. Mark the ends and cut the ends off. So all those top, bottom, front, back, right, left, everything's in, everything's done. We'll use these for baffles. We got to cut them down just a little bit so it'll fit inside the inner walls and leave about 1/8 of an inch or so, 3/16 on either side of the baffle, because we're not going to put holes in it. We're going to we'll bend a 90 in it, probably 1.5 inch wide 90, break in it, and we'll weld them on either side of the sump area here. So they'll be on an angle a little bit, up into the tank here, and better keep that in mind, right? Because we're going to have this cut out. One of those is going to have to be cut out a bit as well, or maybe we'll just only make it this tall. It's really just to keep the fuel in this, as much of it into this section as we can when the fuel level gets low, like below half. So far so good. We tore this one back out and removed all the bits and pieces, wire wheeled everything, cleaned up all the parts and pieces over here. So we'll have our pickup. We'll have a return line, which is a 90, and then a little miniature straight fitting with our rollover valve, which is our vent. Brand new fuel cap that we've got here. Just tomorrow we'll finish up all the cutting, filing, sanding and filing, and get everything ready. Maybe I'll sit down and tack some stuff together. Maybe we'll just wait for Rich, just whatever. He can do it either Saturday afternoon, maybe get it all tacked together. The baffles welded on, and then everything tacked together, and then he can come over Sunday and just go to town, man. Just weld till it's all done up. At that point, we'll take it over to the cart and get it back in here, and we'll make up our mounts to meet those little pegs, right, that we hold it on with the rubbers and the hairpin clips that go in there. More like this, we'll bend them up so they kind of look fancy and nice, and they're aesthetically nice and all that. That's just a piece that's bent on a 90, but I think the bottom edge of this here is going to be higher than we need. We couldn't just go straight off. I was thinking, why didn't I just leave this longer, right? Well, because those posts aren't high enough. They won't be high enough. I'll show you real quick before we shut it down for the night how this is going to fit in here. Right? See, that's with it sitting right down on the floor tray. See, you see where right, so, and it's got to come up at least 1/4 inch, so it's not sitting on the floor tray. Maybe a little more, because there's a bolt here, right? And we don't want to get anywhere near that thing rubbing and grinding. So, we might be up 1/2 inch or so off that floor tray. We may just take that thing right out of there, man. We might take that right off. I don't like that at all. We don't take any chances, folks. Any chances. One last shot at Daytona. We want to make it count. So as you see, coming straight off of there wasn't going to work. It was going to be too high, as you can see there, right? So, yeah, we'll make it work. No big deal. We'll get her. Just wanted to show you how, how the parts and pieces are coming together, and we'll start finishing this thing off. I mean, by the end of the weekend, we should be 99% done. Hoping, other than, fuel fittings and fuel line on the cart and all that stuff, surely by the end of the weekend, we should have an operating tank, and that leaves us with 4 weeks. We're really looking good, man. I'm feeling better about all this already. So there you go. Little fuel tank action. We'll bring you some more as we get her finished off. Hang in there, y'all. We're praying for you.